Today, thought we got a lot of good mental work, man. The good Lord continues to bless us. You know, a lot of thunderstorms the last 2 days. He provided windows yesterday in the middle of the day and in the day and afternoon for us to get it in. We're so thankful for that. Good mental work today. Got a lot of good special teams work with punt return, with kickoff coverage, a lot of situational work. Saw some good things mentally, putting in some schemes, you know, that are a little more conducive to just helmets, getting out on the perimeter and things like that. Saw some good things both sides. You know, Brendan Toles is a guy at corner that's really taken a step. He played a lot as a true freshman, was a highly, highly recruited kid. You know, was recruited by a bunch of SEC schools. We ended up getting in our first class here. And he's really progressed, gotten bigger and stronger, and has had a great camp. And Tavius Willis, Rambo's another guy that's really progressed. And, you know, he was a dynamic player in the kicking game for us, started in all 4 units last year. Ended up the year as a super back and playing quarterback, doing those things, but he's really come on as what the real, you know, a super back this year in the slot, in the backfield, shows a lot of speed. We're excited about his growth. So, you know, with that, I'll open it up.
Coach, you got an injury update on Brownlee or any other players?
Brownlee will be back soon. He's good. D. Baker's still out for a little while. Cole Cavallo, you saw, has been back for a few days. Helped me out right there. Santrell, we're just holding him out. He's an old guy who's played a lot of football. He's had a lot of high-speed collisions. So just holding him out. He doesn't need any more work with that. Who else did we see out here today? Zon Diaz will be out for a little while. Calvin McMillan should be able to put the pads on soon with his hand injury. And Josh Carr's got a little growing. He'll be fine. We're just protecting him. And Trace White's got a little ankle. He'll be back soon too. So no season-threatening deals. Outside of D, D's going to be out for a little while. Yeah.
Coach, big scrimmage tomorrow. Talk about what you're looking for, what you hope to see.
Yeah, you know, I'd like to see us perform a little better in the passing game than the last scrimmage. Like I said, this camp, we've been extremely physical in all facets. Special teams, kicking game, you know, defense, offense. I would think we've really gotten better at running the football. I think our quarterbacks are going to be an integral part of that. Tomorrow, I'd like to see us throw and catch a little bit better, you know. And but all in all, I just want to see good, clean football. You know, I want to see people block the right people, and see, that way we can see if they can get off blocks. I want to see people run the plays right. That way we can see if our defense can tackle. You know, because when it's unclean, when you got people busting, it's just you don't get as much out of it. You know what I mean? As you thought, as you want to.
Will, it seemed like maybe the hands weren't the greatest again today in
the
passing game. I mean, how much of a concern is that for you?
Yeah, you know, it's a concern. It's a concern. You know, anytime, you know, that a ball hits somebody in the hands, they don't catch it. The good thing is it's not a lot of our upper tier depth chart guys. It's mostly our lower depth chart guys, and those guys have got to do better with that. But you know, you should never drop a ball that hits you in the hands. You know, my dad's 67 years old. And he'll come out here today and he'll catch every one of them that hits him in the hands. You know what I mean?
Could you talk a little bit about Ty Keys and just what he does in the film room, just kind of what his daily routine is like?
Yeah, he's a really, really, really great human being that understands his impact with everybody. He's really intentional with his words. He doesn't just word out things and say things just to say it. He understands the reputation of a quarterback because he's been doing it his whole life. At a tremendously high-pressure place. You know, you could make an argument that playing quarterback in Taylorsville, Mississippi is more high-pressure than, you know, playing quarterback at any college in America. I mean, everybody in the whole town is on you every week. So he puts a lot of time in. He's really grown. He's doing what it takes to be successful, and we're looking forward to putting him out there and coaching him and growing with him and supporting around him and helping him, and along with the other ones, be a really good player.
Do you? Good.
No.
I was just going to ask you about Frank Gore.
Yeah.
Because obviously we see what he does on the field. How has he kind of grown as a leader, you think, even last year?
Yeah, I think he has a tremendous smile, number one, almost like Magic Johnson did. It's just infectious. He understands that he's Frank Gore, and he takes that responsibility very serious. So, you know, like the other day, my dad and my uncle, and we had a bunch of older men out here in the end zone. He came by and high-fived and hugged every one of them. He had no idea who they were. You know what I mean? He's just that kind of guy. He understands his impact. What he's really done is he's become very intentional with all the things outside of just showing up at practice. You know, how do I take care of my body? What do I put in my body? How do I live off the field? How am I going to attack academics? He had his best semester academic he's ever had, over a 3.0. So he's really gotten his life in order, and I think that's why we're seeing the growth on the field that we're seeing.
Do you feel any closer to maybe having some clarity about who you're going to go with on the defensive line there?
Oh man, well, I'm gonna get through this scrimmage.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I want to get through this scrimmage. We've had some guys that probably are starting to separate themselves a little bit, but just like all great football programs, you got to play them all. You got to have a bunch of them. You know, that's what separates the Alabamas and Georgias and Ohio States in their league from everybody else, and it's also what separates, App State's been really good for a while. And what separates them is the lines of scrimmage and the ability to rotate and play a lot of people. We think we're getting there. We're certainly going to find out here in a few days.
Coach's fall camp comes to a close. Who have been some of the standouts in camp that maybe aren't household names?
Like I said, Jacarius Caston, Antavius Willis, Rambo, Brandon Hayes, and Latrell Jones offensively. I think Bryson Mays and John Bolding and Jerquan Scott, our two guards and centers, have had phenomenal camps. On the defensive side, we consistently talk about those three corners, Eric Scott, Natron Brooks, and Brandon Tolles. Household names, Jay Stanley, Malik Short, Swayze Bozeman, Santrell, Cam Harrell, Tyler Knight, they're probably household names. I would say Dalen Gill's a guy that Southern Miss fans may not know that much, that they're going to get to know really well. He's had an incredible camp. I think all those D linemen have got a chance. So those would be some right off the top of my head right there.